morning from day 10. Just holding back here at camp for the rain to let up. It's cold and rainy. It's not windy yet though. Wind was actually pretty calm last night. Slept really good. I think 9 to 10 hours last night. I needed it though. I'm just gonna wait for the weather to kind of calm down before I start hiking up the trail. There's no reason to hike out into this right now. I have the community center to go over to where I can warm up and dry my sleeping bag out in the dryer if I want to, because it's pretty damp. Whew. That wind is brisk. Hey guys, good morning. I am getting ready to get back to the trail. Sherry, my wonderful trail angel, is taking care of me, is taking me back there. And then when I get there, I'll explain to you as I'm walking what happened and why I ended up here. Let's get back to the trail and get back to walking to Mike's place today. Okay, I just got dropped off by Sherry back at this Agua Caliente Creek Bridge behind me and back on the PCT. Looking forward to a much nicer weather. I'll make this quick. You know, things happen on the trail. You just got to roll with the punches and figure out plans as you go and challenges. And that's what I did. The weather got really cold, really windy and damp. And I got off at the bridge because I was walking so fast because I was so cold. I had all my layers on and I was pretty close to that bridge back there. So I went back to the road, was able to get hooked up with this wonderful trail angel, Sherry, who took me to her bunkhouse not too far from here. So for me, the real issue is that my layers are not doing their job in the cold. So I'm gonna have to figure that out when I get to Idlewild, go to the gear shop and possibly get a different jacket or something like that. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll think about that as I'm hiking. But that's really the reason I ended up at the bunkhouse. Let's get climbing and enjoy this beautiful day. What a gorgeous morning, other than it's in the 30s. And Sherry, if you're watching this, again, thank you so much. I mean, I can't thank you enough for coming to get me when I needed it. And your place is wonderful. You're so kind and generous, and she took good care of me and spoiled me. Turkey footprints. So cute. Got a whole bunch of them over there. And this is the first of several water crossings this morning. Gonna try to keep my feet dry if possible. So I did a little bit of climbing back there. This is gonna descend down into the bottom of this valley here where the Agua Caliente Creek runs through and where the PCT crosses over several times before we start really climbing up towards Mike's place, which is mile 127. So once I get past mile 115, I need to kind of start looking at the last water sources before I start climbing, because that'll be the last water before Mike's place. So I'll have to figure out how much water I need for the day. be my pack off break slash collecting enough water for the climb up to Mike's place. So I have to get 3.5 liters to get there late this afternoon. And Malfunction, really cool guy who I've been hiking around, said they're gonna have trail magic there today, tomorrow. So that should be cool. So, all right, well, you know the drill. I just sit here and milk this bladder for a while. Made it out of that valley there with a creek. It was a pretty steep switchbacks getting up and out of there. It's gonna be a lot more exposed from here, but fortunately the weather should be, I don't think it's gonna get too hot today, which is nice. And there's a nice breeze, which is cool. I'm at about mile 119, taking a pack off break, and I got about 3 more miles of this like steeper uphill climb, and then it should kind of like, it's gonna be climbing but not as steep as it's been, so just gotta model through the next 3 miles doing my pacing step. This is so gorgeous up here. I mean, just incredible. Only run into a couple other hikers today, one day hiker also, and probably we'll see a bunch of people at Mike's place, I'm sure. But I have a feeling like with where I started out, all the other hikers were a couple miles ahead of me starting out a little earlier, so I'll get there a little bit earlier than I will. So it's always funny because you think like, I'm out here all by myself, but in reality there's people in front of me, behind me all the time. I'm just stuck in this pocket of a void of nobody. But when I look around, I just feel so all alone. Not in a bad way, sometimes, but right now, no. I'm listening to my podcasts, which are very motivating. This is so cool up here. Feels like I've summited something, but I know I have not. Not yet. All right, let's just keep trudging forward. It's about 1:15. I'm taking probably about a 30-minute lunch break so I can just really rest the body before I start climbing again. And I think I'm done with the worst of the climbing from this morning. Well, I know I am, but definitely gonna be climbing all the way to Mike's place, but nothing is like steep. So now it's more of just like gradual ups and downs. But I have a beautiful view here, so I thought I would just stop and take advantage of that. I don't deviate much with my lunch. So today I'm having chicken pack again, surprise, and more cheese. And then I have an orange, and then I'll probably just eat some nuts out of my trail mix pouch as I'm walking along, and that should keep me good for a few hours. These hills are just alive with the buzzing of bees. They're loving these manzanita blooms, but they're just everywhere, buzzing around me right now. They're happy. I'm glad they have a lot of food. They're not going to run out around here because there's that's all that's in front of me is manzanita blooms right now and some lilac, desert lilac. This is the place to be if you're a bee. It looks like a butt. I gotta take a picture of that. I'm so immature. We shall name you Butt Rock. Wow. Getting closer to Mike's place because this is, we've now kind of switched the sides of the mountain where we're gonna be heading towards Boulder Fields right before Mike's place. I don't know what mile I'm at because I haven't looked for a while. I'm not too worried about it, but I just know this from memory. But this area is just gorgeous. This is just beautiful. Taking that lunch break was beneficial because I felt so good since then, just physically, mentally. So it's important to stop and take those longer breaks sometimes. Even though it was only about 35 minutes, it still felt really, really good. And I'm just so excited to be in this area. It's so pretty. I don't know why I love this so much, but every time I've come through here, it's just so amazing. Look at this. It's just boulders and baby manzanita trees. Mostly some scrub brush. And bees buzzing still. What happened to your tail, buddy? You had a bad day, huh? Oh! I just saw something fluffy go behind the rock. I don't know if it was a squirrel. Where did you go? I'm about 1.6 miles from Mike's place. So doing good. It's been a lot of climbing. So I'm a little tired, but my legs are strong. They're still doing good. Just a little out of breath, but I'm excited to get to Mike's place and just rest up there and see what's going on, if there's any trail magic, and decide if I'm going to stay there for the night or try to continue on this evening. But again, I'm just going to have to really wait and see how I feel once I'm there and rested. 4:30, I've arrived at Mike's place. Here's the turnoff. You just got to climb up this hill to the service road. And when I come back, I'll go continue on that way. All right, let's go up this, it's a pretty steep climb to get up here. So I'm gonna put the phone away and let's just get up there and figure out what we're gonna do this afternoon. Well, maybe there is some trail magic. I'm smelling some campfire. It doesn't really smell like barbecue, but I do smell like a campfire situation. There's the water tanks. So I'm gonna fill up about just like 2.5 liters. I don't know, just to have some for tonight. If I do decide to stay down there, then I don't have to come back up here to get some for the night. And I can just come up here first thing in the morning before I leave to fill up for the day. So these are the stairs that you take to go down into Mike's place. And I was told that they're the old grinding stones that he used in a factory or mill that he owned where they made tortillas. I don't know if that's accurate, but that is what I was told. That's why he's got so many of these interesting looking disc things here. And he still has some of his old equipment and stuff down there. All right, guys. Whew, man, I hate this line. I need some Botox.
later after the hike. But yeah, today was a great day. It's the end of day 11 and it's about 6:20 at night. I got everything set up in my tent here for the night at Mike's place, mile 127. So I made it over 15 and a half miles, something like that today. And tomorrow's going to be a really long day. I want to try to do 18, maybe even more than that tomorrow, 18 miles. I just want to get as close as I can to Paradise Valley Cafe. So it's a nice, easy hike in the following day. Everything felt really good today. And yeah, a beautiful hike in here. I didn't see barely anyone on the trail. And of course, there was a ton of hikers here at Mike's place. They are doing trail magic, but they're making burritos. And, you know, my stomach feels really good after a nice, healthy dinner. So I'm just going to kind of stick with, you know, what I ate in my tent. Yeah, I just don't want to do anything to upset my digestive system. It's cooperating right now. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to turn in, probably do some movie editing and drift off to sleep early so I can get a really early start tomorrow morning. So we'll see you bright and early for day 12 tomorrow.